Well, hello, my beautiful souls. This is Catherine Hidalgo, your friendly, intuitive catalyst conduit. Yes, and I'm shifting around. So I think I'm going to have to start this. I'm going to have to start this video or set it at the right spot when I post it on YouTube and Vimeo. Okay, so my beautiful souls, how are you all doing? I hope everybody had a... Oh my God, somebody's already on here. Is that Leah? I hope everybody had a wonderful, calm, and peaceful Christmas. Now, Christmas, oh gosh, yeah, okay, I got it right finally. Christmas is not something I celebrate. For me, it's more of a meditative time. For me to go over my shit, go through the stuff, reflect on the year, and just pull in a sort of calm and myself into a calm and neutral state, and bust out, quote unquote, on the new year. Normally I fast during Christmas because the excess is really, the excessive food, the fake joy of many, and just the too much abundance. Happy holiday, Leah. I thought it was you. Too much abundance, but in the sense of it's too, I was going to say unitary. But sometimes people forget others. And for me, Christmas is really every day of the year. It's not something special to me unless it's to be giving to someone else, which is why I usually fast during Christmas. Hello, Medberry. But in any case, this was a bit different because I had to cook. The kitchen and I are not friends. Apparently, I put out some really good meals. I figured that, Leah. Holidays you meant. Yeah, but anyway, this is really just a preamble to say, well, for Christmas and the holidays, to each his own. Because it definitely happy holidays to you, Medberry. You're a new face. I've seen your glyph or whatever you call it before, but I don't think I ever noticed your name. Anyway, Dragon has been wanting to speak for a while, but I was going through my own stuff, I have no idea when they are going to pop in or what they have to say. I have no clue. So let's get on with the reading, because the reading, quite frankly, is rather important, and it's just until the end of this year. And as I look up, there's a drawing in front of me. I really should go closer for you all to see it. It's by a very artistic individual that we have here in this community. It says, really, happy holiday, and she drew a massive Christmas tree. But the word that caught me is happy. And this is the time, this reading is for the time, what makes you happy? That's the question. Do you know what makes you happy? I learned from my teacher, Marilyn Aloria, that we should each have a joy list. Make a list of 20 things that you like to do. Okay, you could start with 10. Most people don't know what they like to do. So make a list of things that you do and give them numbers from 1 to 10. 1 being the least liked. Like with her, it's emptying her cat's litter. But also, the next thing is give them numbers. And as soon as you start hitting 7, you realize that actually is the key, the clue to what really makes you happy. 7 and above are things that you need to add to do more of during your day. 7 are the things you need to focus on more. Yes, they are the things that we do all have to do, but focus on the items that bring you joy from 7 to 10, and you will see your life change. Like for me, the kitchen is a 2. Okay? because it takes too much time. I have never liked it. It takes far too much time to prepare a meal. I'm not that type of person unless I am doing it for people whom I truly love and who appreciate me 100% and what I produce. This is not the case here where I live, and therefore that it brings me no joy at all. But it's something that, okay, it's part of my purpose here right now, and not something I will be repeating anytime soon unless it's with my tribe. But this is something, this joy list is important, because the more you do things on your joy list from 7 to 10 is the more you will notice your life change, because more things will come. You will begin adding more things to your list. You didn't realize that you like such and such so much, and hey, this really makes me feel good. I like this. I didn't know that, or I didn't even know I had a talent. So this is something to get working on, and that is what the word happy brought to me, this joy list from Marilyn Aloria. And for those of you who need more assistance and support and understanding about guides and so on, Marilyn Aloria, my teacher, amazing woman, amazing human being. That's the person to hook up with. You can find her YouTube channel easily and take it from there as you wish. Okay, so now on with the reading for this week. And the question, I think I'm still going to stick with this question. It's not a how. It's more of a, we're going to stick with the happy question. And this happy question is what? Let's go with what. Let's make it a more general and see what comes from that. So we will say instead, I will ask instead, what do we need to know about happy for our highest good? I get sister. And basically, the first thing that comes to me is, you are a star and you do not know it. This is what you need to know. This is what you need to focus on. You are the star in the sea of emotions, and you need to be able to see, identify, and embrace your beauty and your shining light. This is the meaning, the sense that comes from sea star immediately. Look at it carefully. It is surrounded by purple. Purple is your intuition. It's the sign of your intuition. And it is saying that you already know what you know without knowing how you know it, and you need to trust it. It is time. All of the cracks in your system, in your relationships and so on, it is up to you to mend those seams, fill in those holes, pass some mortar or some paste or whatever it is you are going to, hole fillers, in order to be whole. And the relationships I speak of are relationships with yourself, first of all, because you have to begin with yourself. And then that will naturally extend to others in your circle. That is where it starts. That is where it begins. This is a time of transformation. Sea Star talks about love, compassion, pure joy, and creativity for yourself. Nurture your heart. There are strong emotional tides flowing right now, particularly in this Christmas season, and it is an opportunity and time for healing and fulfillment. You have a bright star shining over you, above you, and you need to open yourself more to it. What else does sea star have? Your heart. You see the beautiful blue? You see the beautiful, magnificent blue on this card? That's the blue of the heart. Huh? Now the heart is normally green. It is true. However, you need to take this in. And this is particularly important for someone on here because they are feeling very blue right now. And some people do feel blue at Christmas through loneliness, I suppose. But the blue also is typical of the color of the throat chakra, which is communication. So communication and intuition are huge here right now, people. And this is what you need to focus on for this period coming to the end of the year. Your intuition in this holy period. And when I say holy, I mean H-O-L-I. That is a period in Hinduism where they throw all the different color powders and they call it Holi. But I just looked up again and I see H-O-L-I. You can say holy if you like. But a holy day is coming up for each and every one of us, whether it's now or a little later by the end of the year. But you all need to focus on this. It's absolutely crucial. What happiness is awaiting for me before this year ends? Well, Medberry, this card is the answer. First of all, this card is the first part of the answer, and you need to heed it. All right? Because we, each and every one of us, create our happiness. We are all approaching the end of a cycle. You see this 9 of sea? It is the opening up of the ways, the passages. And know that it is going to be tough for a lot of us, if not all of us. Yes, it is going to be tough. We insist that we speak now, and we shall speak now. We have been waiting a long time to speak, and we are telling you now, this is the time. This is the time. Transformation is at hand. You cannot fight it. You must do it. You must go through it. It is important. This is a crucial period for you humans, and it is very, very important. We speak, and we say, you may think the same things all the time, but it is not so. It is different every time we speak. And right now, for this ending year period, it is absolutely important because transformation is at hand. Revolution is at hand. And the revolution that we speak of is the revolution inside of you. There are many changes, much changes to be made, and you must make it for your greatest and highest good. There is nothing else, there is no one more important than you right now. It is absolutely important that you understand this. It is crucial, it is critical that you take this information exactly as it is spoken. We speak and we tell you this for your greatest good. The end of this year probably will bring a lot of turmoil for many of you. But it is just a passage, and this you must understand. It is just a passage, and you have to go through it. You have to shed what you need to shed. You have to let go of what you have been holding on to all year long, all life through. It is time. You grew up with many things that were wrong. Many of you have released a lot of it. But this year ending is very special because many portals are open now, much more than you have ever realized. You are having strange dreams. You are having very difficult relationships right now. Your feelings are all in turmoil. Everything seems to be topsy-turvy. You are unable to focus. All of these things are part of the change. The things that make you angry, the things that enrage you, the things that cause you not to sleep at night. These are all the things that you must release. It is no sense trying to stifle it because this will not work. This does not work. This has never worked. It is time for release, and you must release these things that you have been holding on to. All of the hurts, release them. Forgive yourself. Forgive the other person. It matters not what the person did. You came here with a contract to have all these experiences in order to grow. When you grow, you release. When you release, you grow. This is the way it is. You agreed to everything that you are experiencing right now. There is no change unless you make it. The change comes from within. The change comes from you. You must go forward in light because you are light. You are spirit. You are our treasures. Okay, yes, we do have a special treasure, this one who is speaking for us right now, whom we are speaking through, but that is, she wanted to say that is not important. Yes, it is important because this one is our speaker. She is our bright star. She is the one who is going to fuel and promulgate and disseminate messages on our behalf. This she also has agreed to many, many, many lifetimes ago. She is very old. She is very, very old. She knew us and we knew her many, 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 many lifetimes ago. She is Dragon Kin. She speaks for us. She is our speaker. She is speaker. Listen to these words. These words are not coming from her. We are sending you, transmitting you this message. Transformation. Be like the snake. Shed the skin. Let go. Release all the resentments, the jealousies. These things are causing inflammation in your bodies. This is not good for your health. This is not good for your health. And we repeat, this is not good for your health. The anchors, the hurts, and everything that you have been holding on to, they are coming up like scum from the bottom. And they must be washed away, swept away, released. Allow them all to flow out into the river so that they can be washed away. A new time is at hand. A new day is at hand. A new year is at hand. And this you must embrace. You cannot go backwards now. All of you are awakeners, and awaken you must. You cannot go backward. End of transmission. Okay, so, all right, Medberry. What was I saying? Oh, 9 of C, 9 of C. 9 of C. This is the next card on the journey. This is part of the message. And this 9 of C is all about victory, success, wishes granted after a turbulent time. The time is now. You will feel comforted and satisfied as you take this new path. Well, new, but new in the sense of many, many things are happening to assist us, not just you, me too, and everyone else in releasing what we need to release. The passageways are open, and they are, see where my finger is? And they are opening wider and wider. Okay? Because we are all, many of us, at the end of a cycle, and a brand new day is dawning. We have much support. You see all the light, all the orbs? We have much support. All we need to do is ask for assistance when we need it. Just ask. Whatever name you have for your God, your highest divine being, call on them. Hi Jennifer, call on them and ask for assistance during this time, because as I said and as Dragon just said, coming to the end. Jennifer, you need to listen to that message. Dragon just came through. They have been chomping at the bit to say a few words for almost a week. But I haven't been on in more than a week. Yeah, we are at the end of a cycle. And a new day is dawning. A new year is dawning. It may seem very difficult or more difficult than 2020 for some. But I want to remind everyone here and everyone who is going to listen to this video. Everything is illusion. Pay no attention to it. Heed it not. What's its name? This pandemic? And no, I will not even call it a pandemic. This virus has a purpose. Everyone on this planet agreed to it. It has a purpose. It has a cleansing purpose. Yes, Many have been, okay, you may say harmed. Many have made the transition through it, but they came here for this purpose. They have already, and they chose this way to go. They have already achieved what they needed to achieve in the sphere of life that they lived, and that was the end of their cycle. They deliberately chose this means of departure. Remember, there is no death. Death does not exist. However, we as human beings, because we have forgotten who we are, that we are all spirit, living in this flesh cloak, we believe in things like time and death and so on. Okay, but you just need to remember this. It is all an illusion. All right? It is all an illusion. There is much to look forward to. Afari Nur Portuguese Mohammed. And there's much to look forward to in 2021. Do not listen to the naysayers. Do not pay any attention to anything that lowers your energy or gets you down, because that is simply opening the way for dis-ease, and you do not need that. We do not need that. We all have a purpose. We all must keep our focus, and it is absolutely important because 2021 is special. 2021, I repeat, is very, very special. We have not all done the work that we have done in order to let it all fall apart. Okay? So everyone needs to remember this when times are tough. Do some energy work on yourself, or find some free energy work, or if you can get to the Eden method, Eden energy method, or did you know that she was, what's her name's doctor? Until the very end. Louise Hay. She was Louise Hay's doctor until the very end. I even knew when Louise Hay was dying, but she also chose. We made I don't know, I suppose it's an energetic connection or something, because I've never spoken to the woman, etc., but I knew it all as it was happening. My point being, there's also Rudy Hunter. He has a lot of free energy tools that work. Now, I have a friend who finds him irritating but he has his own special character. All of that is irrelevant. Do not focus on the messenger. There are many free tools. Find energy tools to lift your vibration, to cleanse your character. That's right. We will not fall apart. Absolutely not. It is time to make a choice, people. Before I give individual readings, it is time to make a choice. And the choice is this. Are you, when you are feeling good, or even when you are feeling low, in particular when you are feeling low, other people will be attracted to you to come and tell you their sad story, or something that will lower your vibration even more. You must say no. You must walk away. It does not matter if it is in your family, a passerby, a colleague, or whatever it is. Walk away. Do not take it in. This is very, very important to maintain a high vibration level, and consequently a high immunity. Absolutely important, essential. All right. Anything else to say? Okay. Oh, well, here I get another one. This one, look, another star, another fire card. You know, fire is all about energy. Eh? It's a powerful, powerful thing. And the red is also about grounding. But remember that fire cleanses, huh? And this card is about birth. This card is about new birth. This card is about the dragon coming forward. This card is about the snake. Some people, the Bible, I understand, called dragon snakes, and snakes are to be crushed. Absolute nonsense. But I am not religious, and I never have been. And even as a child, I used to question things that made no sense to me, and that still doesn't make any sense to me. But to each his own. That's for me. The point I want to make is that See where my finger is? That is the new you coming forward. That is the transformation which is taking place within this oven. Or cauldron, I keep calling it. Because this fire star card signals new beginnings. Hello, Ali. I'm going to get to the readings in a minute. This fire star card talks about new beginnings. Okay? It talks about inspiration, a free spirit, starting a new adventure. It is a time of wild dreams and magnificent breakthroughs. So, who are you going to believe? This is the last reading for the year. Who knows? I may get an urging to come on again. But nevertheless, okay, all right. Well, I can already tell you, my beautiful Jennifer, it does require cleansing. Because as they say in Trinidad, we know I was born in Trinidad, spent almost 30 years here. My first 30 years. See this? You're holding something on your chest. And you've been holding it there so long that it has created this dis-ease, Jennifer. Because if you had, and I'm not saying this in any mean way, but if you had dealt with it instead of pushing it aside and pushing it and suppressing it, it would not have created this mucus and all of this stuff in your lungs now. And that's the problem, you see, when we don't deal with our shit. So right now, you do need a cleansing. So first of all, Jennifer, I suggest you begin doing this. And you do this every day for I don't know, however long you feel comfortable. What you are doing when you tap here, and this is for all of you as well, this is activating the thymus gland. I think you need to start thinking more happy thoughts. And something I learned from Donna Eden as well, quite recently in fact, is that to start having happy thoughts. When you have a happy thought and it makes you feel good, start tapping here on your third eye. All right? My dear, I am not getting into giving advice on any children, etc., Ali. I don't do things like that. Okay? And certainly not in this forum. If you want a private reading, you can have a private reading. I can give you a general reading, but will not, because everything is a choice, my dear. Okay? But continuing with Jennifer. So, Jennifer, the joyful thought, like your beautiful grandchild, for instance, as soon as you think of her, if I recall correctly, it's a her, you see her beautiful face, just start tapping your third eye right here. Because what I learned from Donna Eden, in fact, is that when we have happy thoughts, and it's all about energy, when we have happy thoughts and we start tapping here, it is a move to tell your brain, your system, all right, Ali, it's to tell your system and get it accustomed to happy vibrations. That's the thing. Another one, you know something, Jennifer, I don't know why this came up, but it obviously is for you. Find the Eden method in Mind Valley or something. She has a free masterclass. She offers a free masterclass. Mind Valley offers free masterclasses. I have not looked at her website. However, she has lots of energy techniques, and also so does Rudy Hunter. Now, I am glad it is not your heart, but it is your lungs. The lungs really, when you talk about bronchitis, the lungs really is the place where we harbor a lot of emotion. Because you all know when you see the cards that I bring about the sea, it's the emotion, and your lungs basically is the sea in your body, because it is literally made up of layers of fluid. And when we start to keep things on the chest, as they say in Trinidad here, when you start to keep things on your chest, it starts with a cough, maybe a throat tickle, But Jennifer, you have been holding it on so long and suppressing it that it formed first in the ether. And then, because you didn't deal with it, it physically manifested. So, I would strongly urge you to start some energy cleansing on it. Also go to a doctor to see what they can do in the least intrusive way possible to help you cleanse this stuff. If you need antibiotics or whatever it is. I mean, I've had antibiotics twice in my life, when I really needed it. And then start the energy work. Check with Rudy Hunter and Donna Eden in particular. Now let's see what Spirit has to say to you, Jennifer, about this. Well, I just got the answer. Jennifer, this is part of your rebirth that is taking place. This is part of your transformation. So you now have a choice, honey bunny. Are you going to let it overwhelm you? Or are you going to take charge? Are you going to allow the emotions to flow out as they need to? Because you have not been doing that. And I just heard lime in water, but you can put warm water. But you can add some honey to it. You need a lot more astringent things in your body. I would suggest a cleanse. That is what it seems like to me, Jennifer. I would suggest a cleanse, a lemon or lime cleanse, simply with honey in warm water, a bit of pimo, cayenne, and have that, a lot of it. Start in the morning and just take sips of it during the day. The honey in it will satisfy your taste buds, but do that for as long as you can. I did it for 40 days the other day, actually, just to cleanse my system. And then go for teas, a lot of different type of teas that attract you. No sugar though. It can only be honey because honey is natural. And ensure though that you cleanse it. And it's easy to cleanse anything you eat or drink by just laying of hands over the meal and ask that it be cleansed of all impurities. You also need to start loving yourself some more. You need to start loving yourself some more, Jennifer. And you need to start loving that pain, girl. You need to start loving that pain and allow it to come up and flow out. And you're going to see a lot of phlegm start. You will begin to start passing a lot of phlegm. That's really it. You need to release because transformation is taking place in you right now, and you have been like that, resisting. I can handle it. No, I can do. Okay, Jennifer. So I'm sure you got my message, right? Okay. So first up on the list is Leah. All right. So what does Leah need to know this week for her highest good? Because Leah, I don't think I saw a specific question, right? So what does Leah need to know right now for her highest good? Leah, the world is your oyster. I think I told you that already, girl. You're very stubborn, you know, because you are still getting a red face. You are still allowing things to upset you that you already know about. That doesn't make sense. It means that no change, no learning is taking place. So you are getting a red face from things that you already know about, and you feel betrayed. You are feeling tension. You're not being heard, and this is something you have to let go, Leah. You have to release. The world is your oyster. You have everything that you need. You have everything that you need. You just have to follow the path that is created for you, and you're not. This is completion. When you take the step, rebirth is taking place, Leah. You are coming full cycle. It is time to start giving back. You have a deep love in you for all life, but you don't really act on it much. You are a ray of light in many people's lives, and it is time that you become that beacon for others. You have work to do, you have something to share, Leah, and it is time that you do. Okay? All right. Next is Medberry. All right, Medberry. You're welcome there. Medberry. What does Medberry need to know right now for her highest good? Medberry. Medberry, I get the same, I get another card similar to the one I just spoke to Leah about. And this is about not being heard. This is about not being heard. A lot of hot air is coming out of you. A lot of tension is right now taking place in your life. You are also struggling not to be heard, and it is time that you learn to get along with others in a more harmonious way. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is, you gotta let the shit go. You gotta let it go. There's no other choice. You gotta just let people do what they do and be who they are. And if it bothers you, you gotta speak it out. End of story. You're not quarreling. You're not complaining because you've said it all before. And sometimes you do have to walk away. You do have to leave people in their shit, and as they let them hang and swing. That's the bottom line, right? It is time to observe what you say. It is time to pay attention to the words that you use as well. Because when you hear those words, you will realize, but this is unproductive. This is not serving me any good. And you may also want to change the way that you say things to certain people. It makes no sense at all getting a red face. All right? Now, because awakening is at hand for you, this is big. This is a major arcana card. Okay? And a huge awakening is on the horizon for you. New beginnings. Be grateful for all that you have achieved. Look back on all that you have achieved. You forget the circumstances that you experience in order to get to where you are now. And it is time that you remember and be grateful. And when that smile comes on your face, tap your third eye. Get into the habit of doing that, because that is the way of telling your brain and your entire nervous system that happiness is okay. Happiness is friggin' fabulous. Because then you will begin to anchor the natural joy into your system. Because happiness is illusory, because all sorts of things happen to us. However, you will begin to anchor it inside you so that you will not be as shaken or stirred as we tend to get. All right? Let's see. It's Ali, and then wait a minute. There was okay, I'm just going through the Afari, and then I'll get to you, Ali. Afari Noor, Portuguese Mohammed. A general reading for Afari Noor, Portuguese Mohammed. What does Afari need to know right now for her highest good? What does Afari need to know right now for her highest good? Nice. Six of Earth. This is a beautiful card. I love this card. This card also does have the shape of a question mark as well, sort of. You got to follow your heart. You got to pay attention to your feelings and know that they are true for you. It matters not what others say or that you shouldn't feel like that or why would you feel like that just because or whatever, whatever. Heed your heart. Your heart is your compass. And yeah, you may get criticized sometimes for following it, but it is truth for you. And you, my dear, must always follow your heart. Your heart is your compass. Charity, abundance, and prosperity, and the act of giving and receiving is what this card is all about. Share with others, and abundance begins to flow. But what I see here is that I see a female figure with her arms open wide, right, to embrace all and everything. And yet, you seem to be keeping yourself closed off for some reason. And this serves you not. And because it serves you not, it is creating a lot of tension. It is creating a lot of... Tu deviens crispé. You know, you become tense, you hold yourself in, you hold yourself back and all sorts of stuff. And it doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve you at all. You have to anchor yourself in love, my dear. And be you. You're not being you. You need to ground yourself in Mother Nature. Embrace not Mother Nature. You love that. The sea in particular, you know, you aim for that horizon. This is what is important right now. Breathe, you know, just like the figure that we tend to see in, well, everywhere with the arms thrown out and the head back and the chest is wide open and you're just embracing it all. You are so in tune with life. This is who you need to be at all times, and this is where you need to be, because that is who you naturally are. That is part of your character. Be you. You haven't been you. You know, just little peaks come out, or little, you know, you like a little kid. You just kind of peep out around the crack, or peep through the door, the magnificent sunshine. But baby girl, you are a ray of sunshine. And let me tell you right now that what you are experiencing at this present time, this heaviness, this darkness, is just an initiation. It's nothing terrible. You will be perfectly fine. Just go with it. Ground yourself. Do a lot of cleansing energy. If you can bathe in the sea often. Lie in the sun. If you are somewhere where you can do it and the sun is blazing hot, lie naked. And absorb. Because you need to heal, and you in particular need the heat. You need the sunshine. Lie on the beach on the sand. You need Mother Earth to assist you in draining all of the toxins, and she will also ground you at the same time. So if you can't lie on the sea sand, lie on the grass, or I don't know where you are, but find some way of connecting to Mother Earth. It's absolutely important for you in particular. The sunshine is a big thing for you, and there's a reason for that. Brother Sun is, he loves you something special in particular. All right, Noor, Afari. All right, last one is, I think it's Ali. Ali wanted some advice. Ali from Australia. Ali would love to have a reading. Ali, let me tell you right now that you are also experiencing an initiation. It's not just the children, because I mean you've been a mother many times, and this is part of your goal in this life. But you are experiencing an initiation, and you need to find ways to ground yourself to stay solid as you care for your children. But do remember, you do have to care for yourself first. You have to put yourself first, because you cannot care for your loved ones if you are not caring for yourself. This is absolutely critical. All right, so transformation is taking place, and you just gotta go with it. Ground yourself in Mother Nature. You have a lot of that in Australia, and I just saw, I don't know how it's pronounced exactly, Uluru. I just had a flash, an image of that sacred mountain. Well, it's more than a mountain, but of that sacred spirit. I don't know why. Maybe that means something to you, but that's powerful. So even if you can just If you can't get there or go on a trek, I mean, I don't feel that you can, find pictures on the internet of this Apu Uluru, right? The sacred spirit, and connect with it through the photos and ground yourself. This is huge. This is huge for you, and it is very important. That will stabilize you during this time of transformation. What else do you need to know? The healing that you require will also take place at that time. You will be filled with more light, and because of that, you will be filled with more energy as well. What else do you need to know? You're not communicating enough with those around you. You are not being clear. You have the clear thought, you start speaking, but then you go off track or you're taken off rails by a comment from someone, etc. And consequently, it's as if your stream of communication, your energy stream, is getting lost in the woods, right? Because you allow yourself to be sidetracked. Just be clear and try to be brief. But communication is very, very important for you right now, and you have to speak your truth. We are all awakeners, and you, with where you are right now, this is important for you. What else does Spirit want to tell you? Huh? Okay. A fire card again. Wow. 9 of fire. Yes. Because of you are in a period of initiation, which is huge, you are coming to the end of a cycle as well. So all of the red in the card is saying ground, which means ground in Mother Nature. Of course, just ask her to anchor you. Uluru, Apu Uluru will do that as well. Whatever it is you are seeking right now, there is going to be a delay. Whatever plan or project that you have in mind, there will be a delay with it, but don't worry about that too much. It is going to happen. Right now you are balancing as if you have one leg in two different worlds, right? The left in one and the right in another, and but it's as if they're on wheels, so you feel rather unbalanced because one seems to be moving forward and the other backward, and of course that's not possible, which means you're at a standstill. Okay, and you're trying to juggle everything. You have to stop. You cannot juggle everything. You cannot juggle. Stop it. This is what women do. We are fantastic at it, but at this particular point, you do have to let certain things go, my dear. All right, Ali? Your inner wisdom will help you see what you need to see. Yes, the path is a bit difficult right now. You need to take time to rest. Okay? You have to find the time to rest. However you do it, you have to find the time. You have to make the time. You have to set the ground rules, and you have to allow no intrusion of this. What's the word? Now I don't know the word in English, but in any case, my dear, Ali, you're fine. The tiredness is because you are trying to juggle you are juggling too much, and it really doesn't serve you or anyone in your family right now. Ask for help is what I just heard. You are not asking for help, and this is crucial. And this, my dear people, is the end of this reading. Happy New Year! See you all in 2021 or earlier. Ciao!